is when we're done cleaning up, what we'll do from now on is we'll just have to be in our seats instead of waiting by the door, just because people keep playing thermostat. So, like I said, once we're done cleaning up, just come back in here, or just help out with everyone like you should be doing, or come in here and take a seat once all the jobs are done. But after that, what was today's question? Thank you. Okay, so the sooner you guys respond, the sooner we can get out actually into the lab.
Brandon, if I had, do I come with like,
Okay, well, what was the general gist of the question, guys? Quiet. Converting, right? So what we on the test, so again, you have a unit. Zach, turn around, face front. So on Friday, you have the unit test, and again, what that is going to include is basically safety questions. I'm going to pull questions off of quizzes that we've taken before, so you'll have to know the general machines, what machines we use for squaring a board. So just dealing with solid lumber, why do we use the planer? Why do we use the joiner? What does a table saw do? When and where do we use that? We'll go more over that tomorrow. Also, you'll need to know about multi-views. That's also tomorrow. What dimensions, everything pulling off. You'll need to know how to estimate board feet, and then also figuring out if you have enough material. So again, like that example, if I have this much material, how many pieces am I able to get out of here? Or am I able to get the 6 pieces that is needed? Okay, so we'll kind of have some questions like that on there. If you have questions at all, what's going to be on there, anything like that, see me at prep first and fourth hour or before or after school. I have 5C lunch, so I'm usually around here somewhere. Okay. So what we've talked about before is converting from fractions to decimal. Okay. So what we need, the most times when we do that is we have our actually dealing with our board feet estimator. So like in here, a lot of times unless you have like a scientific calculator or anything like that, your calculator can't really handle fractions. And it's also easier to deal with decimals rather than fractions. Okay, so what's kind of the technique that we use when we're looking at fractions for converting fractions to decimal?
just divide.
Divide them, right? So you look at it like an actual math problem. So if I have 5/8, I want to convert that, and I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I just look at 5 divided by 8. Okay, so that's 0.625. Same thing, so 9/16. I have 9 divided by 16, so 0.5625. Okay, so pretty simple. And again, as they start building up more and more, you just start from the smallest and work up. So if I'm looking at this one, it says, what is it asking us to do? Oh, to divide by inches. So obviously here you just pull inch in front of the point. When you're converting, same thing. So you have 2 inches, right? And then you divide by 12.
If I want to find linear feet, I divide by 12. Why do I divide by 12 again? There's 12 inches in a foot, right? If I want to find out how many feet 2 inches is in decimals, I have to divide by 12 because there's 12 inches in a foot. So that's simply going to 2 divided by 12 equals 0.167 feet. Okay? 6 inches, same thing. 6 divided by 12. So you just start from the smallest, work your way up. They'll mostly just be converting it to inches. Okay? So all you're going to be doing is just converting to inches itself. Now, how do we go from decimals back to fractions? Because a lot of times
what you have on your sheets, almost always, is you have your measurements. Okay, so like these are pretty simple. You have 1/2 inch, 0.5, we know that. Here is 0.75, 3/4, we know that. But once it starts getting into 0.375 or 0.625, if we don't know those offhand, what technique do we use for converting back to decimals? Or how have you guys been going about it? Have you been guesstimating?
Yeah.
Kind of guesstimating or asking me? Okay. So, what is the smallest increment that we measure on in this class? So if we look at a tape measure, 1/16 of an inch, right? So if I have my tape measure, the smallest that our tape measures can handle is a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, we could go 30 seconds, but it's not really going to be that accurate because we don't know. Yeah, we can eyeball halfway, but without those markings, we don't know for sure. Okay, so in this class, we're only going to a 1/16 of an inch. So with that being said, what we're going to do is always figure it out in 16ths. So when I have 0.625, so I'm going to take the decimal 0.625, and I'm going to multiply by 16. So if I were to take, again, 0.625 multiplied by 16, that ends up giving me 10. Okay? What that's saying is that is 10/16. So if I look at this problem, I have 10/16, which reduces down to what? 5/8, right? So I divide top by 2, so I have 5. This also divides by 2, 5/8. So this right here is the same as saying 2 and 5/8. Okay? So that's going to be your overall width, is 2 and 5/8 of an inch. Okay? So basically what the answer for today is if you have a decimal and you're converting back to fractions, you just multiply by 16. Okay, so the 16 will give you how many 16ths of an inch that is. The decimal today was, I believe, 0.0375 or 0.4, yeah, 0.4375, I believe it was. Multiply that by 16. Okay, so it gives us 7. So that means that 0.4375 is the same as 7/16. Okay, so again, you figured that out by multiplying by 16. Okay. Are there any questions on that? Okay. Any questions on